Well, hello, UFL fans. Well, game number 2 of the preseason weekend is in the books. And I tell you, not a bad game at all. Yeah, I know Bryce Perkins didn't play, and I figured he would. I figured he at least played the first quarter, but I'm not really sure how I feel about him not playing 3 weeks in a row, going to a playoff game next week against a team they had not beaten yet. We'll see how that one pans out, but the Michigan defense came to play today. Even the Michigan offense, if I remember correctly before we get to the stats, did a good job of going up and down the field with the ball, but they had some pretty bad turnovers today. And C.J. Johnson, he was determined to finish at 500 because last year they were 1-9, 2-8, 0 for in the division, I think. I'm not sure. This year they were 5-5 and 3-3 in the division. Listen, C.J. Johnson probably, assuming the Roughnecks stay in Houston, C.J. Johnson bought himself another year next year. And good job on his part, dude. Because I was really down on him. We all were down on him. But the players really like him. They play really hard for him. And that's a good sign. If you're the Houston Roughnecks, if there's one game, boy, you could take back, it was that second game against the Birmingham Stallions where you led in the double digits and you blew in the second half. That is one game. If you could have back, you'd be looking at the playoffs right now, facing the same Michigan Panthers next week, assuming everything went the same. I know. I get it. That's tough to say. Now, I complained about the integrity of the football game last night because of what happened. And listen, you can make the same case today because Bryce Perkins didn't play. They had nothing to play for. Although the Michigan Panthers did play hard, they really had nothing to gain. So, yeah, I'm not going to stop crying about it. But the game was good. I will give them that. And Houston wanted it. They came out and they looked like they wanted it and they did want it and they got it. Total yards went to Michigan, 273 to 238. Houston, Jalen McClendon had a good day, despite hurting his ankle early at the end of the first half, I think it was. 193 yards passing to 131 between the quarterbacks at Michigan. Michigan dominated the ground game, and this is where you know that turnover was hard because when you have a ground game of 149 to 51, you should win the football game. But the Panthers had 4 turnovers. 4. That will kill you every time. Now, had Bryce Perkins been in the game, would it make a difference? Oh, I think so, but we'll never know. Time of possession, almost even at 30 minutes apiece. A difference of 11 seconds. Jalen McClendon had a good day, 17 to 31, 183. No touchdown passes. Danny Etling, 5 of 12 for 70 yards and a terrible interception. Rocky Lombardi, 8 of 18, 61 yards, 1 terrible interception. 2 bad fumbles. And Michigan finished the regular season at 6-4 as number 2 seed. And now with them losing, no matter what happens tomorrow, Birmingham has the number 1 seed anyway. So 2 years in a row, on 3 different occasions, the UFL has dodged a bullet. Especially this year, because last year it was clear that the Panthers were the Stallions were going to win the division, and they did. This year there was a lot in play. Sorry, I'm not letting it go. The UFL has to fix these awful scheduling rules. And I've even remind people that the Brahmas only got 4 home games and have to play a home game in St. Louis. Yeah, because that's fair. We're not going to get too much in this game. It was a good game, though. Entertaining. I mean, was the edge of the seat stuff? No, but it kept you interested. So, good job on both teams as far as the integrity of the game being like that. Listen, both teams did a good job. Highest, Nate McCrary of the Panthers, 12 carries, 68 yards. Rocky Lombardi at quarterback had 30 yards on the ground on 3 attempts. Denny Etling, 6 on 26. But next week, it's for real for Michigan. They will try to solve the case of the Birmingham Stallions and being 0-5 against them. As for the Roughnecks, hopefully, we'll see what happens if they remain in Houston, if they relocate them. Hopefully, they start the season early next year. But as for tomorrow, let's see. Tomorrow we got 2 games. We got the doubleheader. The first game, which is going to be a play at the schedule game, Arlington and San Antonio. A Texas shootout. That'll be a noon game on ABC. Could it be Luis Perez's swan song? I hope not. He's awesome. I think he turns 31 years old in August. Who knows? For me, he says he's still got the desire to play. Let's hope he does, because he's good for this league. But he's a guy I can easily see getting into coaching. He's just got that. He's just got that persona. He's got that look. And I'm sure the Renegades will want to finish their regular season at 500. They've never done that before. Even the year they won the championship, they finished the year at 4-6. San Antonio is just, I think they're just trying to weld a football team together just to finish out the game tomorrow. We'll see how that ends. And of course, the 3 o'clock game, Birmingham and Memphis at Memphis. Birmingham with nothing to play for. Be interesting. How much do they play Jamar Smith? I see Alex Magoo has been inactive for the game. Are they saving him for the playoff game? Is tomorrow Jamar Smith's audition? Because they've won with Jamar Smith before. So as far as that goes tomorrow in that game, that's where all the questions and drama is. Does Jamar Smith start? Does he play the whole game, half a game? Does he start in the playoff game? Did he bring back Alex Magoo of injury reserve for the playoff game? And as for the Showboats, it will be play for pride. Hopefully you can see more of Dressel win tomorrow. I want to see more on quarterback, and hopefully next year they could get him. They could get Memphis, if they remain in Memphis or wherever they go, a coach that doesn't have health issues. And hopefully next year Wade Phillips is back in the league also. Wade Phillips is too much experience to let him walk away like that. Same thing with Bob Stoops is going on. Will Bob Stoops be back? I have a feeling. I think he would. I think he's good for the league also. But that's where we stand right now with this game. There's not much to talk about really. There isn't going to be much to talk about tomorrow for the first game also. So questions and comments down below. What you think about today's game? What do you think about today's game? C.J. Johnson getting another year. Do the Roughnecks play in Houston next year? Should we start the year early in February? Yes. So for the love of football, enjoy the rest of the evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow after the doubleheader.